Since the Uganda National Examinations Board set registration dates and fees for candidate classes, there have been complaints that some schools have set registration fees higher than the prescribed amounts. Alex Kakooza, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Education, has warned the schools that have set higher registration fees that they are breaking the law and they will be brought to book.
Anybody who charges money over and above what has been provided by UNEB is doing it illegally, and we call upon the parents not to condone it. Please report it, because as a ministry we can even withdraw that center because it is criminal.
UNEB said 34,000 shillings as registration fees for primary leaving examination candidates, 164,000 shillings for Uganda Certificate of Education, and 186,000 shillings for Uganda Advanced Certificate of Education. Meanwhile, UNEB has said there will be no extension of the registration deadline beyond 20th November.
As a practice, we have been giving more time to people who would not register in the normal time, and they would call that extra time registration. But this time around, we intend to register all the candidates at once.
Earlier, Ministry of Education officials appeared before the Budget Committee of Parliament to defend supplementary budget where the ministry requires 340 billion shillings to acquire 9 million radio sets to support home learning. The members of Parliament were of the view that there was no justification for the supplementary budget.
And I'm also asking the two ministers to convince Parliament, to convince your colleagues, the cabinet. You should not just pass things because it has come before them.
It is going to be an easy thing. We would rather use this money for something. Let the Minister of Education take a study, understand this thing properly. Where has it worked? Has it worked well?
It's really mature. People have already put in their deals to procure these radios. They are going to make differences. And at the end of the day, there will not be any effectiveness of these radios.
Bank during COVID has come up with a report, and they are supporting learning on radios because they have discovered it works.
The Ministry of Education says opening schools to non-candidate learners will depend on the trajectory of the COVID-19 cases over the coming weeks and months. Juma Kiria, NTV.